And we're on air. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We are back at it. Took a little break, back into the swing of things, and we are coming forward a little bit more bold. We're going to start off with really owning in on who we're talking to. So are we talking to you? If you're listening and you're here, then obviously we're talking to you. But we're just going to be really clear on what we're here for, what we're doing, who we're talking to, and basically we're kind of just taking off the filters. Not when it comes to like cursing or anything like that, but we're just taking off the filters when it comes to what we believe the best way is to move forward if you're actually here to change your mindset and create a better life for yourself. And the reason I say change your mindset is because that ultimately is everybody's problem, is the mindset. We all have different circumstances that are real. Those problems are real. But what it really, really comes down to is our mindset. So you'll notice that from here on in, we are going to be being pretty straightforward when it comes to mindset, meditation, routine that you choose to do or not do in your life, and how that's going to affect you moving forward and how that's going to affect you in achieving your goals. So I'll pass it to you, Kat.
Well, I think pretty much hit the nail on the head. Yes, we had a lovely break, so thanks for giving us that break. Well, we took it anyway. So yeah, we had a discussion with Brittany, and I'm one of these people that I have to be very direct. I can't, pussyfoot about, as they say. And we had a big discussion, and yeah, it is better to say things as they are. I mean, if you're here, it's to move forward. And if we keep saying things like, well, maybe, perhaps, it's not going to help you in any way. So, sorry, the dog's just come and everything. So what we're going to do is, even though we're going to be very directive, it is still up to you to do the work, obviously, to come up with questions. If you're doing the work and you're not getting, you feel like you're not getting results, come in and ask questions, right? Or put them on the Facebook group. We've even had the website is up now. We're still building it, but we've got all these things in place. So we really want to be interactive, because if we give advice that's making us move forwards, and we are in a certain predicament, we're not millionaires just sort of waltzing through life. We're single mums, both of us, and moving on. Although I don't want to address this just to single mums, but it's just to show that we're just everyday people. But we're determined to make things happen, and this is why we are stepping it up a notch. So don't hesitate to, ask questions. If you don't feel, or if the timing's not right for you, you can also, say, look, I'm in, Tokyo, and I just can't get to this webinar at this time. Would it be possible to have it another time? We can always look into that. We're here to help and serve. Obviously, that doesn't change, but we're going to serve in a different way, and in what we consider a better way, because it's not doing anyone any service to not say, well, you could do this, you could do that. So we're going to be very directive, but that doesn't mean say that if you don't follow it, you're out of line with us. You might have another plan, which is very good, and we're all all ears to open to hear, and we're very open-minded. But I just really feel that I did this meditation retreat, which is a totally different level. I realized that we weren't really serving you as best we could. So yeah, we've got to be honest to who we're serving, what you can expect, even more so now. And we're just not going to pussyfoot about. And if I think that something should be said, then I'll just say it. So please don't take offense. I'm not here to, offend anyone or whatever, but it's going to be a lot more brutally honest, I'm called. So there you go. That's that for now. So that's parentheses have been taken away, and we're just going to pull on through. Brittany.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. It's basically both of us we have taken the route of online business. Okay, so we are fully aware and we have woken up to the fact that things are changing. Things are not traditional. We are now full-blown living in the internet era, information era, digital era, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. But things are changed, and that scares people. So when we talk about what we do and what we're teaching, and it has a lot to do with mindset, it has a lot to getting back to the roots of who you are, what you care about, what you value, and moving forward in life that way instead of trying to find what makes you happy. So you're going to hear things that might make you uncomfortable. If you're here and you're not in that industry yet, then fear is going to spark when we talk about working from home and we talk about making money online and we talk about building a business through a blog or building a business through this or that or affiliate marketing. Any of these terms are, I felt before, like when we mention these terms, we might be talking to someone who isn't there or doesn't want to be there. Well, this is where we are, and we are trying to help people build a life where they can be free, because you can have it all nowadays. And it's scary to say that because we're not used to that. The traditional mindset is not used to that, but that's the fact. That's where we're living today. The internet is making it a reality for us. So I just wanted to lay that out, Kat. Just this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. And so yeah, if you are someone who is ready and willing to move forward with making big changes in your life, or you already are and you just want somewhere to connect, or whatever it is, then that's where we are. That's how we're going to meet you. Is we're not talking about brick and mortar businesses for like the most part. We are talking about a digital lifestyle, so making money on your laptop and living the life that you want to live. And I just don't want to, I think you said pussyfoot. I love the term. I don't want to pussyfoot around that. That's what we're doing. And I believe in it. Kat believes in it because we are surrounded by people making it happen. We are making it happen. This is what we're choosing to do. So I just want to put it out there. And that's it. So when you hear terms like that, that's why. And what I love about it is the reason you'll hear a lot about mindset, meditation, having a routine, figuring out your routine is because that's how you succeed in this industry, is you get down to the roots, your own roots, and you be authentic and real with people. Because online, you just can't afford to be fake. It's not sustainable. So I think that's one of the biggest things that we hit, Kat, is authenticity. That's like, it's a huge subject, but it all kind of falls into that, is getting down to who you are and moving forward that way.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't want to cut you. No, totally right. And I love the way you say things, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. Yeah, I think it's very true that the digital, I mean, I'm 50 odd. I was 53 last Tuesday, Monday, anyway, Friday.
And that's what happens when you have that many birthdays.
And people I sort of at my age, they just can't wait for retirement, and I'm like, why? I love what I do. I don't ever see it stopping. And one thing I have discovered during this journey is that once the headset is right, once the groundwork is right, so you've got all your marketing, digital marketing. I always stress is digital marketing because I don't know what the other marketers were like, those 7 Ps or 4 Fs or whatever it was. I have no idea. So I must stress I'm a digital marketer, and I come from value. You have to be value driven. People are on your website 2 seconds, 1, 2, and they're gone. So you've got to talk to them of value, of what you're like, should you want to converse with these people. And so I don't want that to stop, and I find that I can mix business with pleasure. Often I do. If I happen to be out playing with the kids now. I won't, be on my phone and answering mail or whatever when I'm doing that, but I'll often see something. Oh yeah, that's an idea I can use for that, or that would be a good ad idea, or that's a nice keyword, or something that never stops. Which is exactly the same if you're in brick and mortar business or your corporate life or whatever it might be. The only difference being is that you're working for someone else, and that sort of does take, for me personally, that does take the sort of edge away. I'm not really interested in making his life a little better. Mine, because I might get a raise because I came up with a good idea. But imagine if you can just test your idea and launch it and see if it comes out, So this is all very exciting stuff, terribly scary, obviously, but very, very exciting. And I've really discovered, because I've been in the business quite a while, I've discovered that people tend to panic because they're online and they're doing the marketing. Let's say they're learning marketing. They're like, but I'm not passionate. I don't find it, and you won't find your passion immediately. You won't, and that's why it's best to start as an affiliate. But we'll have more webinars to explain that. Should you not know, you're just selling someone else's product, and taking your commission. And there are thousands of ways of doing that. We just had to found the best community, the best thing. So we think, but so. While you're doing that, and you're digging deep and you're doing the mindset work, this is when you find what your true passion is. And, you can jump from one passion to the other, to this, to that. And I have zillions of websites up selling this, selling that, and they're all products that I've made, because I can make a digital product now. And I found that this is the best way of helping people. So, but while you're doing that, it's just like stepping stones to get to that extra level. Because when you get to that extra level and you're ready to sort of release your real product, your real passion, your mindset is ready, or it's at that particular level, which is right for you at that particular moment. So don't worry, if you're sitting there drudging through the marketing, going, God, this isn't really my passion, but I love it. I'm quite passionate about marketing, but it's not really what I want to do for the rest of my life. You mustn't worry about that, because that'll come. Your passion will come, but you just have to go through the sort of groundwork, to come out to the sort of clearing, if you like. You're judging in the forest before you get the clearing, and oh yeah, I'll set camp here, sort of thing. And that's that's what I've seen from most of the marketing arena, if you like, or the online world, because we all start, generally people start as affiliates and then sort of break off and make their own products and take off. So don't just be happy with that and just keep going forwards as best you can, because you will be making big steps, big progress as well, as long as you're doing the work. But doing the work is all subjective, very subjective. And some periods of your life, you can work 20 hours a day, and other periods you just won't be able to. You'll just be like, oh my God, half an hour and that's all I can do. So you've got to learn, and that's something I've really taken on board recently. I've learned I'm not flagellating myself anymore. No flagellations. Whip has gone out the window. I'm going with the flow, and just learning to be kind to myself. And this frees up so much space in your head that you seem to have time, because you're not running anymore. And when you're not running anymore, and you're not, running after this or running after that or running to get to this webinar, it's like, well, I'm aiming to get to this webinar or to do this, and you're doing your utmost. But if you're stuck in the traffic, or if you're, the kids have come up and broken their leg or something, you rush off to hospital, you're not thinking, oh my God, I'm missing my webinar. You're fully present with the moment, right? So just learn to be kind to yourself and go with the flow. So I think that's, well, sorry, I sort of gone in zillions of directions, but I wanted to paint a nice picture for people, because even though we're going to be really, there's lots of things to be doing. Take it away, Brittany.
Yeah, no, don't apologize. Screw that. It's all good. You, everything that you said, whether it's relevant or not, it's all true.
Yes.
And for me, Kat, okay, so we took a break. Right, I'm just going to be real. We took a break. Kat went on this retreat, and we didn't talk for a while. We literally took a break. I backed out as well and put focus in other areas that I'm trying to grow. And And then we came back together when we were both ready to start again. And Kat said, like, I feel like we're not like really getting a point across. Like we're really not, we're kind of like, pussyfooting around. And I've been feeling the same way. I just don't really know how to express it because I am naturally a very kind person. Like, and I'm not saying we're not.
And I'm such a bitch.
Well, I guess we make a good team. But not that we're not kind, but the thing is though, is like nowadays people are looking for leaders who know where they're going and not like kind of like drowning. And we do, but we don't want to hurt feelings. So, we're kind of like, well, if you don't want to meditate, then no, you need to meditate because it grounds you. So instead of saying, if you don't want to meditate, then that's fine. Whatever you do works for you. But we need to be straightforward here, and we need to move forward being 100% honest. Meditation has changed my entire perspective on life and person, period. And that happened long before circumstances changed. I literally just felt better. And I have not met one person who has started meditating who said, oh yeah, no, that ruined my life, or that's just not good for you. No, it's not. It doesn't exist. We are meant to ground ourselves. We are meant to connect ourselves to the source. And that's just a matter of the fact. It's not religious. It is spiritual, but spirituality is not religion. Spirituality is just the same as our body and our mind. Like our physical health, our spiritual health is just as important. We are human and we are aware. We're not an animal that doesn't have that self-awareness. We have self-awareness, which puts us on into a whole nother dimension. And not recognizing that we have a soul and a spirit, and we can actually stand back and watch ourselves think and watch ourselves speak and be aware, that makes us self-aware. That is solely human. So it's something that I think that we really need to push and stop pussyfooting around. You need to meditate. That's it. You need to learn how to meditate. I once was told by someone, and I am not putting this person down. I was that person. When you don't know what you don't know, as long as you have an open mind, it doesn't matter what you don't know. Just be open to learning and put the ego away. I don't know that. It's okay to say I don't know that. And I had this person say to me, I don't meditate because I can't seem to stop my thoughts, so it doesn't work for me. All that is a lack of understanding, because meditation is a process. It's something that you experience. Meditation is something that you experience. So you will not be able to start meditating and just stop your thoughts. Some people take years and years and years to actually stop their thoughts. And I know I have, but like literally for seconds, split second, no more than that. And it's been a year, 2 years for me that I've been meditating. And that's normal. That is completely normal. There's, I won't get into meditation. This isn't about meditation, but I just wanted to say, like, you don't know what you don't know. As long as you're open and you're willing and ready to move forward. And if we swear or we say something that you take offense to, well, then maybe we're not the ones you should be following. And I hate to say that, but it's like, we need to be honest here. And I know for myself, when I'm on a webinar and the person who's speaking says something and it kind of dings me and I'm like, that hurt. I'm at the point now where I can look at that. Why did that hurt? Because that person didn't say it to offend me, but there's something inside me that gets flared up. So that's where you start to grow, is when something does offend you, or, I don't know the word, but it flares something. Yeah, pisses you off or hurts your feelings or whatever it might be. You need to look at that within yourself. Instead of being mad at someone, just look within why that bothers you, because you cannot be hurt without your own permission. So I could go on, but this is like, this is where we're going now. We are going to be just straightforward, and we're going to share what we've learned and how it's helped us. And all we want to do is share it. We want to share it because we didn't know it before we didn't know it. And if you don't know it, we're here to teach it. And really, it's that simple.
Yeah, it's that simple. I don't understand people who say, well, you know, to me, I don't know has always been part of my vocabulary. It's not, you know, I was in I studied at university and stuff, and I was the only one sticking up my hand saying, well, you know, why is that? I don't understand. And people just go, oh my God, you know. But you know, I had to understand, and I've always had to understand. If I don't know, I don't know. So, and you can't, you know everything. You just can't. I have no idea about the ins and outs of Indian culture, Southern American culture. You know, I have to ask a question. I mean, or China. I mean, Asiatic. You know, there are thousands of things that we can't be expected to know. We can, you know, we've now got Google, which is you know, I didn't have that when I was bringing the kids up. Well, not really, but you know, and you didn't always have the books handy. But you know, we'd go off to the library. It'd be a whole adventure. But so you have to, yeah, be aware of that and be okay to stick your hand up and say, look, I don't know, you know. That's a very good point though, Brittany, about, you know, getting it in your, when it annoys you, that means that, you know, you're allowing this to hurt you, but why are you allowing this to hurt you? And I heard someone say, and I thought that was very good, is Greg from Greg and Fiona, he said that when, you know, it was that first time he had that millisecond of, you know, silence. He says, well, it's like when you're in Asia or near the equator and, you know, all of a sudden the sun sets. And he says, a second before, it's like all the birds are chirping away, and the sun sets, and there's just silence, immediate silence. It's incredible. And he says it was just like that. You know, your thoughts going all over the place, and just for a millisecond, you know, you get that silence. It's like, oh my God, you know, and then you ruin it in inverted commas because you say, oh my God, that's it, that was silence. You know, just so please. But so you know, you can't expect, obviously, you know, to just have it. Oh, I'm just going to stop thought. Yeah. No, obviously it takes, as Brittany said, years and years and years. So yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we meditate. Well, I meditate twice a day. Well, maybe not now, but I used to meditate twice a day. I must get back to that actually. It's a 1 hour session, so it's so much more difficult but anyway, no excuses. I will get back to it. But yeah. And before, well, we'll go into how to meditate, you know, in the next webinar. I think it's just suffice to say that, you know, I don't really want to be talking to someone who's not on the same wavelength or who's not willing to learn how to do certain things. And we really have discovered that meditation is the first step, or visualization, you know, or you can do various things, but you have to be on that first step of, you know, every journey begins with just one little step. And, you know, we're just saying that we probably won't see eye to eye if you're not willing to, you know, take that first step, because we're going to go down that path and you'll be saying, wait a minute, I want to go here, and we're not going there, we're going, you know, over there. So it's not that, you know, and it doesn't matter, we're not supposed to be on everyone's path either, but thanks for being here. That's, you know, thanks for seeing, and ever so grateful if we've opened your eyes to, oh, they're not the people for me. Great, go to the next person. It's really, you know, we can only help so many people, and that's not, well, it's not a problem. It's even great that we can help people. I think that's something that we, you know, we tend to forget, that we have, you know, come up a notch because we can help people. So that's how much we've grown recently in such a short amount of time. Sometimes you do things and, you know, life seems to be not going forwards enough. It's just like, come on, get faster, get faster. And then you look back and you say, God, I only asked that for like 3 months ago and it's already here. Like, wow. So sometimes, you know, it's kind of scary to, so yeah, beware how fast it can go.
Yeah, that's a good point, because even when it comes to meditation, right? Like a teacher will tell you that it'll take years. This is a lifestyle. It's not just something you do for a few months to reach a goal. This is something you do every day of your life to live a fulfilled, happy, directed life. And I totally just drew a blank.
That's fine. It wasn't supposed to be said at this particular time.
What did you say? That you said something that made me.
Oh, we'll just rewind. Hold on.
Yeah, usually when Kat's talking, I take notes if she says something that I want to touch on. But anyway, you know what? I'm just gonna take a flip instead of wasting time. We only have a few more minutes left here. We want to keep them tight. And what I do want to say is that we're going to be sharing, like, I'm excited. I'm excited that we're taking a new route, because we're going to be sharing resources, like people that we follow, things that we listen to, things that we read, like we have in the past, but maybe more in a structure, in a structure. So,
sorry, my cat's sick, so I'm going to put him away.
Okay. So we're going to share resources, and it's exciting because, I mean, I've taken a few different paths here and there, just figuring my stuff out, you know, like that's another thing, is if you're not in the online industry and already like in it, then you're going to notice that you're not just going to hop in and figure your shit out and then just be on your path to success. It's a lot to figure out, and it starts with figuring yourself out, which is the biggest challenge. So once you get into that, it just hit me what I was going to say, is like a teacher will tell, whatever. So a teacher will say that, that it will take you years. You know, it's not a lifestyle, it's a lifestyle change. It's not just something that you pick up. It's like a diet, right? You don't want to just eat healthy for a few months to lose weight and then start eating like shit again. It's a lifestyle. This is something that you do every day. This is a habit that you build. And what Kat was saying is things happen faster than you expect sometimes. And I just want to touch on that because it has happened faster. Now, certain things haven't happened as fast as I thought, but other things have happened way faster than I thought. And it's almost, it's invigorating. Like this morning, I had this really great morning where I've been having troubles waking up in the morning. And I'm just like, a lack of motivation, right? And that comes and goes, and that's totally normal. I had to learn that when you don't have motivation, it doesn't mean anything except that you have a lack of motivation, and you need to make sure that your habits are right so that you can keep your motivation going, or create that motivation when you're out of it. And this morning, my alarm went off, and I was excited for this call because it's the first one that we've done in a while. And I'm laying there and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like thinking about going back to sleep. You know, the thoughts that roll through your mind when you're ready to, you know, your alarm goes off and your mind is just like, no, I'm gonna try and just talk you out of this, you know, for the next like hour. And then you pretty much thought for the next hour. So anyway, I hit my snooze button, and I thought, fuck you, Brittany. Like, are you kidding? You have a computer in your office, in your home right now that is like pouring out with opportunity. And you're going to lay in bed for another hour? Why? Like, it almost makes me want to cry. I was like, and I had this moment this morning, and I got up and I made a coffee. And I usually don't drink coffee before I meditate, but I made a coffee, and I actually made a coffee, hopped in the shower, showered, meditated, and then my coffee was cold. So what was the point? I don't know. But anyway, so I had this really, really great moment this morning with motivation. And I thought to myself, like, I cannot believe how much I've changed in the last 2 years of my life. I cannot believe how much my mindset's changed. I can't believe the person that I've been able to create who I've wanted to be. And every single day, I'm creating that person. And it feels so good. So anyway, it happens fast. And the reason it happens, or the way it happens fast, is every single day. Yesterday doesn't matter. Tomorrow doesn't matter. What matters is what you do today. What you do with the moment that you're in, the next moment that's coming after that moment, what you do right now. And I know everybody hears this and we all say it, but literally that's what matters. If you can just focus on today, when you're sitting on the couch and you're like, I just want to watch Netflix, like this show is like, it's so addicting, you know, the episode ends and then the next episode starts and you're like, one more. Like that kind of stuff, if you can just start by pulling yourself out of that, like in those moments, just start with those moments and say, no, screw Netflix, because Netflix is making millions already. Screw Netflix. I'm going to go make my millions and make my life. And that moment will start to turn into moments where you can easily start doing that, where it just starts happening more often and you don't get sucked into those old habits. Yeah, I'm pretty excited anyway. So anyway, what I'm saying is that we're going to be sharing resources and stuff like that. But I don't want to run us too late either. I do want to commit to keeping it short because I know we're all busy And we want to give you 30 minutes of inspiration and knowledge, and then let you move on to action. So, Kat, if you have anything to say, we'll close out. If you want to.
We should end just like now, because what you just said is just perfect.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we will see you all again Monday. We are going to be promoting these videos more, so keep an eye out on the Facebook page, and please share. If you've heard something that was beneficial to you in any way, share it with someone who you think will get benefit from it, and we appreciate it as well. So we'll see you all tomorrow, or Monday. I say tomorrow. Let's just do it every day. I'm ready. I'm raring to go. So anyway, we'll see you all Monday. Thank you for watching, and love you. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.